Tesla reveals the sexy new P85D, but no C. But wait, autopilot? The Avengers returning in the Secret Wars. Nice. Apple continuing to grief users with more issues now attacking gamers. Why, Apple? Why? Microsoft brings the holodeck to life. Naruto coming to an end? I'm wearing a 375 and all that more coming up on LPX. Hello Internet, welcome to episode numero 3 of LPX Weekly. I want to start off by thanking everyone who has supported me and have helped me improve my videos day by day. This wouldn't be possible without you guys. I will continue to strive to make these new segments more informative and entertaining with every new video. But without further ado, on to the news. This week, Tesla finally announced their new model, the P85D. Take a look at that new ride, folks. Very nice. So what's the deal with the new model? Well, a lot. Tesla first increased the car's range to a maximum range of anywhere between 225 to 295 miles. They've also added an additional motor to the front axles, making the car all-wheel drive. So people living in snow areas, no more excuses. Now this second motor also adds additional power, bringing the overall horses to 691 horsepower. This makes it just as powerful as the $600,000 plus V12 Lamborghini Aventador. Damn. Now you can argue that the additional motor will make it a little bit heavier and slower, but you'd be wrong. The car will now accelerate to 60 miles an hour in 3.2 seconds, making it the fastest accelerating production four-door car ever. Now on top of that additional motor, the car is going to come with additional driver assistance tech that Tesla's releasing a little bit sooner than anticipated. According to Elon Musk, drivers can summon the car if on a private property or rendezvous it with it at a designated point. Now drivers can also use voice control. For instance, they can hop out of the car and tell it to go park itself in the garage. With an array of over 12 sensors, Tesla's driver aid system that keeps the car in its lane includes an additional feature that will make the car change lanes when the driver uses a turn signal on top of the lane departure warnings. The car can also read speed limit signs and adjust its speed accordingly. Now, Elon Musk revealed that each new Model S has autopilot hardware and that Tesla will keep improving these new sedans' autopilot with ongoing firmware updates. Folks, the future is here and it is glorious, but pricey. Prices will start at $89,000 for the 60D and will go up to $97,000 and $120,000 for the 85 and P85D respectively. Now, that's all great, but Tesla, where's the C? When can us common folk finally own one? Now, in other news, Marvel at the New York Comic Con revealed a new comic with the familiar title of The Secret Wars. Now, it is pretty clear that Jonathan Hickman's Avengers comics have been building towards something pretty big for 2015, and this announcement just clarified that hunch. Now, this new year-long storyline will explore a clash between the Avengers and many other heroes across the Marvel multiverse. Marvel didn't reveal many story details other than that the Secret Wars spins out of the Time Runs Out storyline currently unfolding in both the Avengers and New Avengers. Secret Wars will look to be the endgame of Hickman's ongoing world incursion conflict as heroes go to war to ensure the survival of their respective worlds. Now, all I gotta say to this is, mind blown. Can't wait for it, folks. With reports of bending issues, problems with the iOS 8, and now reports of the iPhone 6 causing people's hairs being pulled out, the last thing Apple users need is another issue. But sadly, there is. Well, it is for a certain demographic, that is. The next update to the iOS operating system will disable the use of emulators. Currently in beta form, the 8.1 update removes what is known as the date trick. a workaround which allows non-jailbroken Apple devices to run unsigned software, namely emulators. Tester Dario Sepulveda writes that the iOS 8.1 closes this loophole, in effect killing off any chances of emulation for Apple users who are unwilling to risk modifying their device. Sepulveda had hoped that the removal of the exploit wasn't a permanent fixture, but however, since testing out the latest version of the beta, he believes that the removal is here to stay. And well, you know what? That's another negative check for me to Apple phones. But hey, at least Android will still support it. Now, if you were hoping to wait till the end of the holidays to get an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4, but conflicted because you wouldn't have the systems in time for the upcoming Call of Duty game, don't worry, you're covered. Purchasing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on the PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360 gets you a free copy of the PS4 or the Xbox One versions, respectively, with a few caveats, of course. To receive a free copy of Advanced Warfare on the next gen consoles, you must first buy the digital based game on the last gen system. On the Sony side, where the promotion falls under the cross buy territory, buying a PS4 version from the start nets you a PS3 copy as well. It'll probably be similar for the Xbox One too. Now, this offer expires in March 31st, 2015, and customers who have already pre ordered the game can still take advantage of the promotion. So don't worry, you have plenty of time, especially if you get gift cards for the holidays so you can get the system. Now, all DLC plus any progress made in the game, for example, weapon locks, will transfer from console to console for free. And unlike the upgrade deal, there's no deadline for when you have to do this. So COD fans, we got you back. Now, last year, NASA provided funding to an aeronautics research and consulting firm, SpaceWorks, to begin looking into the viability of placing astronauts into stasis for the 180-day trip to Mars. As reported by Discovery, the group has now released some of those findings, developing possible technology that makes the science fiction sounding concept a reality. Now, pioneers to the red planet will be placed in torpor, or a kind of deep sleep, which is associated with hypothermia. Now, the way it works is that coolant will be delivered through the nose, lowering the astronaut's body temperature by 1 degree Fahrenheit an hour. Then, after about 6 hours, the body will go into a deep sleep state, only to be awoken when the coolant flow stops and the body temperature returns to normal levels. Or, when some horrifying creature cuts off the power or, impales you. Now, therapeutic torpor has been around in theory since the 1980s, and really since 2003 has been a staple for critical care trauma patients in hospitals, said SpaceWorks aerospace engineer Mark Schaefer. But currently, patients are only induced for a period up to 1 week. Further studies will be needed to extend this sleep period significantly. Now, if you think this all sounds a bit too familiar, you're correct. Stasis sleeps are a recurring theme in science fiction, with SpaceWorks' own presentation showing a picture of aliens Ellen Ripley asleep in her pod. Convenience? Now, SpaceWorks has also proposed one crew member could, remain awake in shifts while other astronauts sleep. Or hey, an android could watch over things. That always turns out pretty. Now, NASA isn't the only organization eyeing our closest planetary neighbor. The Mars One project is currently making plans to send a group of selected volunteers on a one-way trip to Mars. And if you're one of the lucky participants accepted, perhaps you too can have coolant blown into your sinuses. Not this guy. Now, Microsoft last year debuted a brand new gaming technology concept, the Illuma Room, to a flurry of hype. Now, the series of projectors extended video game visuals beyond the TV screen, creating an immersive experience which seemed absolutely plausible, if a bit at a cost. Now, today, Microsoft Research has released a demo of Room Alive, building upon the concepts of Illuma Room while increasing interactivity. Room Alive uses 6 projector cameras, essentially a projector coupled with a Kinect, to create an interactive environment in your living room. The programs simultaneously receive depth data from the room while projecting the play space over walls, furniture, and players. The environment now becomes the game world and responds to your movements to interact with the game. Microsoft Research showed off a few demos for Room Alive, which included a full room whack-a-mole game and a player attempting to move past a series of booby traps. Now, while the concept is definitely intriguing, there's little doubt that Room Alive will face some hurdles encountered by, the living room last year. Xbox One head of product planning Alberto Panello admitted that the projector setup would cost thousands of dollars and was unlikely to be released. And considering Room Alive's even more advanced array, things won't be cheaper anytime soon. So I think I'll just stick with my Oculus Rift for now. It works just fine. Well, folks, it's time for the news articles that I couldn't fit fully into this segment, but thought that you should still hear. In case you missed it, Nathan Drake is looking pretty good for Uncharted 4, which is due out sometime in 2015. The first Agent Carter footage from New York Comic Con reveals that Howard Stark will be featured in the series as well. Nice. I'm Batman. The LEGO movie director Christopher Miller has confirmed that a LEGO Batman movie is officially in the works. Ladies and gentlemen, everything is awesome! Minecraft fans with a PlayStation Vita, rejoice! Sony has revealed that the digital version of the game will be available sometime around October 14th for around $20, and with the retail hard copy edition being released on November 11th. The new Star Wars Battle Pod Arcade will be available sometime in 2015. Now Amazon is finally opening its first brick and mortar store in New York City. Final Fantasy Type 0 HD is looking absolutely ridiculous. Sony turns to Verizon for its latest Xperia Z3V smartphone, which includes PlayStation 4 Remote Play. Nice. The Ghostbusters reboot has officially been announced. At the same time, The Purge 3 is now in development. The Xbox One will now allow you to have customized themes, background pictures, and screenshots. The upcoming LG G Watch R will be priced around $325, which will make it the most expensive Android Wear smartwatch, but still cheaper and sexier than the Apple Watch, in my opinion at least. Looks like there will be an Iron Man 4 movie after all. Robert Downey Jr. sort of confirmed it, and we can only hope that we get a proper Mandarin this time. Not these guys, this one. And finally, Naruto fans, after 15 long years, the Naruto manga will officially be coming to an end. Viz Media has confirmed that the series will officially end this November, which makes this fan really freaking worried. That leaves around 8 chapters left, and for those of you who have been reading all this time, will understand how the hell are they going to wrap it up in 8 chapters? I guess we'll just have to see, but hey, at least the anime still has a long way to go. Well folks, that's all we have for today, but thank you for watching. And if you have any comments, both positive or negative, please place them in the comment section below. And if you haven't already done so, please support me by subscribing to my channel. Every subscription will help me even go further beyond my current capabilities. Well, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.